Joining me here tonight, we have a short presentation. It's going to look at an incident that took place just prior to the federal election involving NCA, Antifa, and other actors. This event wasn't covered in the media, and it was 2 days before the election, the federal election, so it gave us an indication of the media blackout that NCA would face during the federal election. They didn't want to give us any coverage. So that was a warning sign right there. And it just continued into the federal election, the media blackout. So this is an attack on democracy, where they're favoring certain mainstream parties and keeping others out. And just question. So our purpose is to shed more insight on what's going on the ground in Canada, because there is a fissure in Canada. There's fragmentation. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of hatred and anger, misplaced hatred and anger going on. And there's different actors behind the scene that are fueling this and benefiting from it. NCA has a target on our back. We don't believe this is just, fair. It's all based on misinformation, and we believe it's only perpetuating the status quo, the multi-controlled opposition in Ottawa. So our purpose today is to share our perspective and give you insights on what actually is going on in Canada on the ground. I'm going to play the video clip and provide some commentary, and then I'm going to dig deeper into it with some other videos. Please share your comments today. We always look at them. We value what you have to say, and we will provide our feedback. By working together and sharing back and forth, we can all grow and get stronger. And the stronger we are as individuals, the stronger we will be as a country. So we're all about facts and sharing the truth. We want to empower you and your family if you have one. So you are stronger, our country will be stronger. That's the foundation of NCA. I'm going to get into this video now. This was actually quite unbelievable. We were outnumbered. We went to where the Cornwallis statue was taken down in Halifax. We thought it was a symbolic place because we do not support the historical revision that's going on in our country, denying our past, the political correctness. So we wanted to make a statement there. We were met by Antifa and a bunch of others that were there. They kept away from, but eventually we ended up being surrounded, as the video will show. I'm going to talk about the people who are protesting us, because that's very interesting as well.
Reduced immigration! Reduced immigration!
That's right.
Put Canadians first! Canadians first! Canadians first! Canadians first! Canadians first! Canadians first!
Canadians first.
Canadians first!
All Canadians
Put our
first.
people first!
All Canadians first.
Put our people, all Canadians, regardless of your background, your ethnicity. Put all Canadians first!
All
Put
Canadians
all
first.
stop the foreign outflow!
That's right.
Help our seniors!
All Canadians
Help our
first.
seniors who are struggling! Help the homeless! So many veterans on the street! Why are we helping them doing more? They keep throwing out more money. This is all.
So we ask you from NCA, what is so wrong with Pick Canadians First? Love, compassion for our people and country. Why are these people protesting us? They should be applauding us, joining us. But the reverse is happening.
All wrong everyone. It's been going on for decades. Decades, decades. This is what's going on. We stand for all Canadians today. We stand on, this is Canada's land. This is Canada's land here. This is Canada's land today. Very symbolic. Get that statue back up. Cornwallis statue should be put back up.
Should be put back up is right.
Put that statue back up. Cornwallis statue should be put back up. Put the statue back up. Limited refugees. Limited number of refugees. Come on, that's common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense must prevail.
Can't be police of the world.
NCA supports all Canadians. What? This is crazy, everyone. Share your comments today. Let us know what you think. I hope this shakens you, everyone. I hope you're shaken to the core, because this is our country now. Own it. In your homes, have a discussion with your family, but this is reality of what's going on. This is the reality of Canada. I own it. I'm out here on the ground.
We got a lot of
It's sad what's going on. But I ask you to own it, everyone. Please discuss it with your family and friends about what the hell is happening to our country. This is not the Canada we grew up with. And this is sure as hell the Canada we don't want. I would have never imagined this as a young man growing up. I traveled the world. I've gone to India, Pakistan, Asia. I've got friends from all over the world, and look at this garbage in front of us today. Come on, this is disgusting. You should be outraged. Everyone should be outraged. I'm on the ground on my own dime. We have our supporters here. We need your support. Sign up. Get behind NCA today. We can't do this alone. We can't do this alone. But we care about it. Let's stay strong, everyone. I think we've done enough for today. We're going to start packing our stuff up.
Vote NCA.
Thank you for all the support to all our supporters across the country. Stay strong, spread the message. That's all we're saying. Spread the message. We will prevail. We will prevail.
Vote
We
NCA.
have to prevail.
Vote NCA.
So share the message. Hopefully nothing happens. We're going to peacefully remove ourselves. Hopefully there's no incidents.
So we ended up getting surrounded there. As I played the video, you're going to see more of that. They had to put up barricades. We want to praise to the Halifax police. They provided peace and safety that day. If you look in the crowd, you're going to see a mix of Antifa. You're going to see these third world migrant populists in there. These are migrants that are new to Canada and they feel threatened by NCA and wanting to put Canadians first. They have their own agenda of promoting themselves and whether their ethnic, religious group, their homeland. And then we have civilians there who may be influenced by the mainstream media, who are protesting us, may be indoctrinated by Antifa and their spins and lies. But come on, this is insane. Could you imagine this? Like these people, they're calling us all the names in the book. Probably none of them have read our policies. We believe it's connected to the mainstream media spins against us, the federal government rhetoric, and then we got cultural Marxism, which is tied to the Frankfurt School of Marxism. And it talks about the march through the institutions, through our educational institution, the cultural inversion, turning everything upside down, causing a revolution through cultural inversion. This is what's going on. And then we got Antifa. I'm going to talk a bit about this later. But they are funded by George Soros and the Open Borders Society. George Soros is working with the federal government on sponsoring refugees into our country. Can you believe it? Our tax dollars are paying George Soros. Can you believe that? This is the insanity of Canada.
What's happening to our country could not be more clear today. You hear it, eh? All the anger right there. Look at all. Remember, they're going after them now. See that? Don't go, Adrian. Stay here. Like, go closer.
What's that? Go, yeah. Oh, go. Oh, yeah.
They got a young kid there. Look like an 8-9-year-old. There's a lot of Antifa there. I recognize some of them. They're insane, these people. Where's the fascism?
This is our home.
Look at the profanity.
I'm born and raised Canadian.
Look at them.
I'm born and raised. This is our home.
This is the product of our system in Canada. These people. This is our future right here in front of us.
It's a mob. It's a mob in Canada. Insane. These people are insane. Look at the anger. Look at the anger of these people. They're insane, huh? Come on. What's happening to our country? This is insane. Look at all these people. Full of anger. Look at them. Full of anger. Look at them. This is insane. This is insane, everyone. This is insane. Look at these people. This is Canada.
Most of these people are sheep. They don't know what they're protesting. They're making up things. They've been programmed. They've been manipulated. Some of them have their own agenda, like these migrant populists. Antifa have their own agenda, pushing their cultural Marxism. They claim to be anti-fascist, but they're anything but. All the hate is coming at us. We're calm. We're saying love and compassion for our people and country. As I said, these people are extension off the mainstream media, the LibCon establishment, federal government. It's all connected. The educational institutions, high school, universities, what they're teaching them, the culture in there. This is all producing this. And it's all reinforcing the status quo.
Look at these people. Young kids.
These people are deranged. Young kid, look at that. That poor young girl there.
I hope my number's okay. My number's over there. He's surrounded. His car is surrounded. What are we gonna do? They talk. This is insane.
There's no dialogue, period dialogue. They are there to make enough noise to silence us. They want to silence. It's a form of tyranny, a form of fascism, what they're doing. There's no discourse. But we had loudspeakers, so we were able to talk above them, fortunately. But you see what's going on. This is very troubling for our society.
NCA supports all Canadians. All Canadians. Thank you to the Halifax Police today. Thank you to the Halifax Police. Thank you to the Halifax Police. Thank you, officer.
These people are pushing for open borders in line with George Soros. They said bring in more refugees, migrants. They want us to leave. This is what's going on. Very troubling for the future of this country. This is on the ground. This is reality. There's many Canadians who think like this across the country. Very troubling. We must stand up to them.
All officers here today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support tonight. Share the message. This is Canada. Let's own it, everyone. This is the Canada. It's only going to get worse. We need to stand up to it.
We're gonna get the camera ready. We're gonna start bringing this up to the car. Fine. Should I stay here? Stay here. Just wait here. Okay. We're gonna start putting stuff in the car. All right. Try to pace it today, Canada.
The people united will never be defeated. They're dividing people. This is insane. These people are acting like fascists. There's no dialogue. They're bullying us. They're trying to silence us. This is the truth right here in front of you. This is insane. These people are deranged. They're a product of the system in Canada. The status quo mainstream system in Canada. This is what our future is projecting into. These people are insane. The things they're saying, the name calling, it's not based in reality at all. None of them. I bet you none of them have looked at our policies, our platform. They're just regurgitating the mainstream media, what their Antifa propaganda is telling them. This is insane. There's a disconnect here. There's something going on. We got George Soros in the background who's funding Antifa to divide, fragment society. This is benefiting the status quo, the LibCon establishment. It's because we're a federal political party. They're trying to suppress us. That guy's with Antifa right there. Okay, I'm going to shift now. I want to explain about Antifa. I'm going to play a video from the Summit of Americas. This is when Antifa first surfaced in Canada, 2001. The irony is that back then, they were protesting the globalists, globalist free trade. That's what globalization. They were protesting it. Now, along the way, since then, they've been bought out by George Soros and others. And now they're protesting the people like NCA who are opposed to the globalists and the globalist agenda in Canada. It's unbelievable. They've been completely hijacked from their true calling at the beginning. I'm going to play the video here. This is from the Quebec City, the Summit of the Americas when Chrétien was in. You can see Antifa. There they are. Look at them.
Here's Marge McGee. charging?
They're charging. We gotta go down. We'll meet that.
Let's hold this corner. This is where we're supposed to meet.
We're not gonna be able to stay at this corner.
Well, let's stay here till we can.
Ryan, your camera doesn't work. Let's go.
Yeah, it does. We started working.
That was from the Summit Americas 2001, and that's when we got one of the first glimpses of Antifa. Like I said, they were fighting the globalists, the globalization of Canada, the world, and now they're working for them. Unbelievable. They've been bought out by globalists like George Soros and his open society. Terrible. So we're going to dig a little deeper, but they call themselves anti-fascists. They're anything but anti-fascists now. They act like fascists. They try to silence. They don't have any dialogue. There's a lot of name calling, and they're physically violent, and we're going to show this part of it. They become a menace to society. It's unbelievable how they've changed. They're actually fighting what they were once supporting. It's really unbelievable. But I've showed this before. I'm going to show this was during the federal election. Can you believe it? Our chief agent was assaulted. This is unprecedented in Canadian democracy, and we were vilified in CTV. There was almost no coverage on it. Unbelievable. These are Antifa. This is where it first starts. There's our chief agent there. There's that thug there. He hit him. Adrian tried to close it.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
There's the thug.
Get off of her!
This is during the election. Then the police conveniently come in later. They were watching. They allowed this to happen. We were there peacefully, minding our own business, talking to our supporters. They came in and verbally assaulted us, and then our chief agent was assaulted. The Truro police haven't done anything about it, so we're going to go above them. We'll be doing that in the coming weeks. But that's an example. Antifa in Canada, they are violent. This is a video I want to show. This is from Portland. This shows how violent Antifa are. There's an old man here. He gets beaten up, and then the guy comes in to try to help him. This is how sick these people are. They're hitting this old man here. Look at that. He's a senior. This guy, look at that. Look at the guy, beaten up. Look at that. That guy came to help. Look at him. on the ground. These Antifa are sick. They're deranged. They're out of control. The federal government, the LibCon establishment does nothing about them. Says nothing. They're becoming more violent. Their rhetoric is off the charts. It's not based in reality. They're pushing a cultural Marxism. They're opposed to anyone who's challenging the status quo. They're a menace to Western society, without question. Look what we dealt with. That was 2 days before the election. They were trying to intimidate us. They were name calling. They were trying to silence us. We came there peacefully. This is what's going on. Share your comments today, but this is a reality on the ground in Canada. It's a very troublesome indication of where this country's at, where this country is heading. This is what our society, our institutions are producing. This is what we're letting into the country. A good portion of those people were migrants there. Populists, third world populists, pushing their agenda. They don't want anyone questioning, challenging, limiting, reducing immigration because it benefits them. This is the struggle in Canada. This is real. Get involved with NCA so we can fight this. Otherwise, it's going to take over.